Hey guys, it's Stephanie. So today I'm going to be doing a special video about weddings. I recently got engaged about 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to be doing many videos on my channel about my wedding planning and all the things I'm doing to get ready for my wedding and all the things that I'm learning about planning a wedding. So I got engaged 2 weeks ago, 2 weekends ago. I don't have my ring with me because it's at the store getting resized. I have a picture of it on my phone so that you guys can see. It's a 2-carat princess cut solitaire. It's really pretty. The band was too big for my finger, so that's why it's being resized. And I'm moving pretty fast to get married. I'm planning on getting married, like ideally, I think the end of April would be like my ideal time. And we chose that date because for me, I'm a teacher and that'll be when I'm on spring break, so I'll have quite a bit of time to be getting ready for the wedding and, you know, all that like last minute detail stuff, so I won't have to take time off of work, because it's hard for teachers to take off lots of time when, you know, we don't have vacation time really. And also I already have a dress picked out. I'm planning on wearing my grandma's wedding dress. She got married in 1950, so it's a really pretty vintage dress. It's like comes to like the middle of your shin, and it's like poofy, and it's got little sleeves, and it's really cute. And I love that style of clothes they wore in the 40s and 50s. So it's really yellow and faded because it's old and it wasn't preserved. So I'm taking it to a cleaner's this Saturday. It's called Davis Imperial Cleaners. They're here in Chicago, and they specialize in restoring vintage wedding dresses and just any kind of vintage clothing. So I'm going on Saturday for a consultation, and I need the dress restored because it's yellow and faded, and I also needed it altered because it's too small for me right now in the waist. So I need it altered, and I emailed them and I said, like, I told them my situation. Sorry, my phone's going to be making noise. I told them my situation about the dress, and I didn't know if they'd be able to take it in or, like, you know, make it bigger. I didn't know how that worked, and they said they would. And they actually have videos on their website of them restoring dresses that are over 100 years old. So I'm pretty confident taking this dress there. I know it'll be well taken care of, and I hope it'll be beautiful when it comes out. So when I go there on Saturday, I'm hoping they can give me a rough estimate of like a time frame of when they think the dress will be done, because on their website it says dresses can take up to 5 months depending on the damage and the size of the dress and things like that. And so that's kind of why I'm thinking the end of April as well, because that'll be about 7 months, and I know it won't take that long for this dress. And I'm also, like, my fiance, he's trying to, like, make sure I cover all my bases, and he's like, I want you to just make sure you have something else in mind in case, you know, the dress comes out and you don't like the way it looks, or, you know, something's wrong and they can't fix it. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but if it does, I'll just have to deal with it. But right now, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So after Saturday, and I get a rough estimate of what they say for this dress, my plan is to start looking for venues, and I'm planning on looking for, I think, restaurants. I don't really want a banquet hall kind of place, or like a wedding hall. I don't really want that. I want our wedding to be smaller. My sister's wedding was pretty big. It was like 170 people, I think. And she had it in a banquet hall, and it was beautiful and fabulous and huge, and I just don't want that. So I'm looking for places that'll have, I'm thinking of maybe like around 100 people, you know, somewhere around there. So I'm thinking of either just a restaurant in the city of Chicago or a restaurant that's attached to a hotel, because I know that a lot of my family members will be coming in from out of town or from the suburbs, and they probably won't want to drive all the way back. So I want to make sure it's either very close to a hotel and that we have like some form of transportation for people to get back to the hotel safely, or that it's like connected to a hotel. So I'm doing that. And then obviously we have to set a date so that I can, contact these places and let them know the date and choose a exact place. I have quite a few restaurants in mind. I have a document on my computer already that's just wedding stuff because the day after we got engaged, I just went into wedding mode and was just looking up everything I possibly could. And I have quite a few restaurants. The first one I put down was the Italian Village, which is in Chicago, and it's a beautiful restaurant. And I've always dreamed of having a wedding there, but the room that I love, which is called the Village, is this really romantic, and it looks like a little village, and it has all these pretty lights and little houses on the wall and stuff. But I think they said they can only accommodate 50 people in that room, and I know I'm definitely going to have a lot more than that. So, but they have different rooms in that restaurant. I'm thinking Maggiano's maybe. Sapori Trattoria is really nice. And I also heard that Maggiano's is connected to a hotel, so I don't know if that's true. So if you guys know of any restaurants in the city of Chicago or in the close suburbs to the city that are nice for having a wedding, definitely let me know because I'm looking for a place. I don't really want a banquet hall. That would be my last option. And I think the other thing that I'm really trying to figure out is just what I want our wedding to look like. Because I know I'm going to be moving at the end of October, and I'm going to be moving out of the city of Chicago, so I'm not going to be attending the church I go to anymore. And so that's kind of creating this weird situation where I don't know if I can't get married with that church, and I don't know. So me and my fiance are going to be looking for a new church and where I'm going to be moving in the suburbs. And I'm trying to decide if I want a wedding in a church, if we find a church we really like within the next few months, or in just getting married at the courthouse, or getting married in the restaurant or in the hotel or whatever. So I'm trying to figure that out. Because I don't need to get married in a church. I don't really need that because I believe wherever you get married, God is present there. So I'm just trying to decide what would be best and what makes the most sense. Because, for example, where my sister got married, it was a banquet hall where they had a room where she got married and all the guests sat and watched. And then you were able to come out and have cocktails and stuff like that. And then you moved into another room where they had the reception. And I don't know if most restaurants, I don't think, would be able to accommodate that because they might not have the space to have a wedding area and then food. I don't know how that's going to work. So I'm trying to figure that out. And I'm just trying to do this wedding my way. Because I've talked to a few people, and when I tell them I'm looking to have a small wedding, I don't want 10 bridesmaids. I don't want this huge thing. I don't want I don't want big. I don't want huge. I want it to be small. And everyone has been supportive that I've talked to so far. No one has seemed upset. And all the important people in my life, I'm definitely going to be inviting. I already have a guest list written. And my mom is working on a guest list to make sure we are inviting the same people. And my fiance is working on his guest list for his family and his friends. So I'm definitely making sure all the important people in our lives are coming. It's more of not inviting cousins that you never see, or friends that you haven't seen in 5 years, or things like that. Because I know with weddings and things, you're supposed to invite people who invited you to their wedding, but I've been to people's weddings and I haven't talked to them in 5 years, and they live on the other side of the country now, or they're living in a different country altogether, and I'm I don't want to invite these people, I don't really consider us to be close friends anymore. So yeah, I'm just not really doing that. I'm just inviting people who are important, family, immediate family, cousins, aunts, uncles, people like that. All my close friends, Mike's family who can come, his close friends, and then just people who are mutually important to both of us as well. So I'm going to keep you guys posted. I'm planning on doing a video when I'm at the cleaners on Saturday on my phone and seeing how it uploads. Because I'm not going to show the dress just because I think that's bad luck and it doesn't look like it's not in a good state right now. I'd rather show it when it's like really nice and pretty. But I just want to be able to make a video about like the whole process and what it was like to get a vintage wedding dress restored. So look forward to more videos from me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.